Come on. Don't text and drive.
Howdy ho, everybody. What is
Those
up?
were a little lighter in the money. I had to buy a trailer. I was going nuts.
I see that. When did we get off that field? Haven't looked yet. Hey, Paradise Farms. Hey, Jason.
Oh, I'm not sure. It's 90, close to 100,000.
All right, coming up behind you. Hey, CJ. What's up? Well, I just got in. I've been trying to get all kinds of stuff done. I just got into the server. Basically had no time to sync anything up. On a 4X map, it takes a little while to sync up crop textures and stuff. Okay, once we get this millet field done, we'll be able to get a whole bunch of money back. This map always seems to be a little low on frames the first 4 or 5 minutes of getting in, even when there's not a lot going on. Darren was able to get in earlier and already take care of her poppy field, so down to our canola field and our millet field. The millet field's not ready to harvest yet. I have to wait till hopefully mid-autumn. It's another 2 game days. That field will probably be ready to harvest on Friday. Friday, I'm going to be busy with the weekend roundup production, so we might be back on Thursday for the millet field unless it is raining. Hey, Jake, what's up? I have a very bad habit of missing this entrance. See what we got as far as our poppy goes. 128,000 liters of poppies. $1,000 for 1,000 liters. $128,000.
Well, that didn't work.
Oh, sporting some white rims. So we need to send Diesel some money. He
It
brought
didn't
us.
cost any extra, and I wasn't tabbing out to see what the real color was.
I don't care. I'm not being super cheap. We had to send Weasel some cash. Send you some cash, Bees. Yeah. Big money, big money. While Silver's transfer for the straw from yesterday. Hey, Chancellor, what's up? Paradise Farms, you might not have heard me say hey earlier. May have been in the pre-roll ad. Did the doctor's appointment go well?
Yep, I'm healthy. At my age, I really don't like the cholesterol test, but that's all perfect, so I can still eat steak as much as I.
The doctor can say you need to eat the veggie steak. But you know what? They don't make veggie cows where I come from.
Yeah, we feed the cows veggie. We eat the cows.
Yeah, when I went to the doctors, they're always like, "How often do you eat red meat?" Daily. Yes.
I look at it, if I hadn't clogged my arteries in the first 55 years, I'm not going to
Uh-oh.
It's a good attitude.
Uh-oh.
Too late now. I don't know.
Let's check something. I got to check a spreadsheet just to see if there are any orders in. Anything? Nope, I don't see any orders in for anything for sale. Don't have to worry about that as far as our fertilizer. Do need to try to stock up that on manure so it can start running again. Go ahead and hit me up.
This field 14 doesn't look really big on the map. Yeah, it's not a good field.
Jump this back.
I think I gotta further investigate the GTX quandrum there. I might have to learn a few negative German words.
But they all sound like they're screaming at you. Are there any nice sounding German words?
Yes. Fräulein.
So Weasel, that post that you put in the thing about silage going away when it snows, that was in the testing. That was pre-testing, pre-release. That was fixed before version 1. That was a fun evening. I was selling silage on Ravenport, and I was in the bunker selling silage with belts, and it started snowing, and then all the silage just vanished, and I had a layer of snow pop down, and I was like, what happened? So that they were glad to catch that one before us. Your animals die before they breed.
To Giants or Realism about this baling issue?
What baling issue?
We can't baling contracts.
Oh, I think that's a map problem. Right? We established that it happened even in multiplayer when we didn't have seasons. Didn't we establish that?
Yes. On the test map.
Yeah, it's something to do with this map.
Did you hear the bales that I made on that test map contract? They showed up on this map. Did you catch that the other day when I was saying in the Discord? They were left in field 39. I went and collected them the other day. But they were on this map, up on this area.
I don't know how that's possible. I never uploaded a save game from that test map to here.
I don't know, but those I made 40 bales. I sold 16 of them. Left 24 or whatever in the field. And the other day I was cutting that through.
Hey, Raznik, what's up?
All 24 of those bales in the field.
What map is this? What map's that on, Paradise Farms? I'm expecting to see a name of a specific map.
It said I owned them. It was like I did it on this map. On this server.
So they were showing fully,
So with that, I'm
fully
not
clean.
Sure we did a true test. I don't know how they got over here.
I doubt you actually did them here because we didn't have to restart the server.
Yeah,
Since we
did.
put the
We-
kibosh
we-
on the baling things, we haven't had any issues.
Yeah, well, no, we haven't. Like I said,
I don't know anything. Yeah, I haven't heard about that problem on that map. Is it which releases seasons? Well, of course, only with seasons because animals don't die without seasons.
No, it wasn't Weasel. Never mind. I know how that happened. That's when I was testing this map. Yeah, it wasn't. I'm sorry, it wasn't a test map. And then Weasel didn't do anything on the test map. We didn't even get out of the parking lot. Yeah, to confirm it was. Yeah. I'm sorry, it wasn't a test map. We didn't even get out of the parking lot on the test map before we.
The current release on the Mod Hub.
It was this map, and when I canceled the contract, the bales didn't go where they stayed. Just because they were mine.
Oh, I don't know. I would say maybe check the open issues and check the closed issues on the GitLab Realimus site. Be sure I saw a issue related to that on
So
a different map.
It's not the bales. It's doing it with
I think it was
the
fixed
contract.
in in a update,
And I
but it
noticed
may
that
have been
some
a
of the
development
bales
update
were
that's not been officially
said
released.
they were mine, and some of them said owner unknown. I don't know if that has something to do.
Yeah, I've seen the talking about the global company pop up. I've seen Bale say
Yeah,
unknown on that.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'd like to when you walk up to them, some of them say they're mine, and some of them say owner unknown.
And you're feeding them and you're watering them they're not running out of water or food at all. And does that map have a custom animal area? If you buy a standard cow area and
You've made quite the dent in 14.
and do that, will
Still
they
haven't done the other side.
will they also die? There's just a couple checks to do. 'Cause if it's got a custom animal pen, then there might be something up
And
with the
it's-
custom animal pen.
A third of the field, the other side of it, that telephone lines.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big field.
I was looking at that field the other day, and I could see how Jerry thought that one side was a different field because it's got a whole strip of dirt between where the telephones are, those poles are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like two fields.
Yeah,
So
I would
13,
try.
14 both are split.
I would try
That
the
was
standard
12 and
in-game
14 are
animal
split.
area and see what happens.
Yeah. Potato field is getting ripe.
See what's going to do a potato contract. We won't see you for a month.
You know, the computer planted field 24 potatoes. 374 acres. We plowed them in.
Wise move.
Except for that little small corner that we left the weasel and his piglets.
Yeah, I would try the the default animal area, not any customs.
Yeah, that's what I was just fixing to say, Weasel. I don't know if even with 12-day seasons, we would have enough time to harvest 374 acres of potatoes before winter.
You got enough time to refill that cheap little green John Deere water trailer if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and try to put some poo in the fertilized mixer. Weasel, did you get your fertilizer yet? Talked about it this morning. Oh, well, I just got on to top everything off and emptied that maker so that we could start it up again. How are we doing on our canola? 70,000 by the time we're done this one. Let's drop this off. Hey, Adam, what's up? Adam's, yeah. Adam's bird. Raz, I had an idea. I don't know how well it's going to work. We got to figure out a day that we can do this. Is to just pick a random day of the week and basically set it aside as kind of a multiplayer with friends day, where each week or every few weeks we just pick some random multiplayer game that we all have or that we can get fairly cheap or free, and we basically stream just doing random game A with a group of folks, and maybe next week and the week after that we do random game B, where some people already know how to play it, other people will be like trying to figure out how to use it for the first time. It'll be a combination of I know how to do it and I don't have a clue. So like you could teach us how to do the battleship thing. Then somebody else that does some multiplayer game that we don't know, show us and teach us and talk about, and we could participate in how to do that. We just need to coordinate it, set it up, and make it happen, right? Did you get a ton of lag with that? Your response go crazy? Yeah, that's what I was getting last night when the full stop kicked in. Went from mid-30s to 500 plus response on the map. Didn't do anything. Alright, here it comes. You could teach us how to do War of Rights. I just wouldn't pipe game sound in. Game chat. Should be a way to turn off game chat, right? But you probably kind of need that. I thought it'd be a cool idea if we could make it work. Let's check the forecast. So this is where it was supposed to rain, but the rain moved out. We don't have to worry about rain. Tomorrow it looks to be free of rain. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we're talking about rain. We got today is day 3. It's day 4. This is mid-autumn, 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 late autumn. Right now the forecast has rain for the entirety of mid-autumn.
That's what's, we've got that field 24. Probably got 3/4 of soybeans and on the last day of hunting season. That's what's got to be worried about it.
You got
Due to rain.
early winter, you can pull it out. As it doesn't freeze.
These are soybeans just kind of falling up behind.
You need soybeans for your porkers. I got canola. Maybe
He's
canola.
got canola.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're at 14
We really don't know what his porkers are eating because he's storing everything.
Well, we know your cows aren't eating silage.
How do you know?
That's what you said yesterday.
Oh, they're getting plenty of silage and TMR and cereal grain. Them some happy cows. Now if I just remember to feed them water would be good, really good.
Oh, just put the pump down. And if you forget, you're good.
Yeah, we're not putting that pump piece of junk down until they fix it.
What's wrong with it?
Doesn't work.
You didn't put it down right.
It doesn't work because you have to find this perfect little spot for it. That's not how it works, or how it should work.
It'll work after next week's update.
Yeah. So how big of a change? It sounds like they're making pretty good sized changes to feeding schedules.
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to fire it up because it won't stop releasing stupid maps. But the pump right now basically starts with the center of the placeable and then looks for the trigger off of that. But after the update, it's basically going to start at the actual water trigger and basically look within a radius of the water trigger for the pump. It's using a little different logic.
Yeah.
Hey David, what's up?
Hey, finally made it in.
Yeah, it would need to be something everybody has, or it's, free to get.
Did you do your first impressions on Oregon yet? That place in Oregon?
Yeah,
Lone Oak.
yeah, Busy Oak. Or
Well,
racing.
it will be after I pimp it.
Yeah, I
If
got
not,
that.
it's gotta be like boring.
Got that done like about an hour ago. Didn't have time to get any of them edited. Now I gotta after the stream, I gotta edit those and try to fire off the encoding tonight. Put them tomorrow at work.
Damn cows complaining again.
Oh, is she back in town? Or are they just that old? They don't have Pop-Tarts in Australia. Probably eat healthy food down there. You wouldn't have something that's loaded with sugar and preservatives. Okay, that is one food that the generic is definitely not something you want to eat. I've never found a good generic Pop-Tart. I've had some generic ones, you take a bite, you're like, oh my gosh, this is awful. Throw it away. And now they have Pop-Tart bites. They're like little mini Pop-Tarts that look like Triscuit crackers. I go for either strawberry or brown sugar and the cinnamon.
Well, I think it's some fuel in this truck. It's below it.
Neat fuel too. Thanks for mentioning that. Down to 49 liters.
I think this one's got 34, 24, 24.
Cherry, huh? Thought that was full.
Reason one, the header trailers have fuel. You put the fuel in one end.
So, when can I expect a calf out of these Holsteins?
You have to look at them.
Roughly.
Are any of them pregnant?
Well, no, I'm just trying to get a rough idea. Right now, they're all sitting at about 2.1 years. I'm trying to get an idea of when they're likely to pop.
Yeah. Do they say X
No,
animal in?
not yet.
Then they're not pregnant.
Okay.
So it'll be
When have they been?
9 months after they get artificially inseminated. The question is, how do I artificially inseminate them?
Yes.
You don't. They just happen.
Okay.
And it won't be
So
all
that's
of them. It'll just
Holstein.
be some.
And so we're guessing roughly 3 years then.
Yeah,
No,
always said Holstein.
they could if they're inseminated right after you buy them, basically luck of the roll of the dice, then they would give birth toward the end of autumn, year 1.
Okay.
It's kind of the Achilles heel of milkers is they produce no money until they give birth. I think once they give birth, they start belching out pretty good pay. Whereas the beef cattle, again, produce no money for some period of time because they have to beef up. So, pretty much the only animal that I think gives you any regular profit is mother pigs once they start spewing pigs.
And they never stop.
And chickens. Because even sheep, they off put wool, but it's not all the time. And sheep will reproduce, but again, it's just like the cows.
Yeah.
I got 100 sheep, and probably only maybe 15 of them are pregnant.
Yeah. It's a lot of stinking fur balls. Wool balls.
Klein, have you been down to Weasels and see the baby pigs? Have you seen them?
Yeah.
He's got crates of them down here just stacked up everywhere.
Oh, hold tight. I have one that's due in 0.7 years.
I'd be about 9 months.
Wow.
Weasel, where's your silo?
Oh. Let's knock that off. How much do we need here? So we need 14,000, 20, 14,200.
What's happening?
Yeah, my sheep
Okay.
stopped outputting wool,
Get into it.
I think at the end of spring. The wool would be right there under that tree.
I
Right
think
from
I
that
got
building.
10 cows to begin.
I sold
Well,
the
I bought 10 dairy.
sold the wool
but I
back
have a
in
total
summer.
of 40
Haven't seen any
cows
more
now, I
pallets.
believe. Nope, I have 30 cows, sorry.
This is not going to go well.
Uh-oh. Ken,
You've got like 25 million liters of silage and you've got 10 cows.
He's really conservative. Yeah, you could probably support
wonder if
about 3. How many's your pen hold? You need to buy them all up. Or leave about room for 50.
No wonder he feeds them with a 5-gallon bucket.
And I was going to buy another 100 sheep. They got
according
cheap.
to this, this pen requires 41,211 liters of food to feed this cow, its animals for the next year. I got that covered.
And I need 30,000 to feed my sheep. My little baby sheep eat just as much as your giant cows.
Yeah, but mine are better looking. They don't have to worry about turning into fluff balls.
It's argumentative. I don't know about that.
Yeah. And have you ever seen a good sheep steak as opposed to a good beef steak?
I don't eat sheep steak. Leg of sheep. Well, horses pay out daily, depending on how much you ride them and how many you have, and depending on the breed. I think the black stallion pays out maybe the best, and it's maybe 12,000 a year per horse.
What is that lady up there?
We said that was in the future.
You get it dumped?
Of course, if the horse dies on you, that's $10,000 fee. I think you definitely can do that now. They may change that in the
We'll
future.
see what tomorrow brings. We might buy some more cattle tomorrow.
You're only sitting on $500,000.
I know. But of that $500,000, I have some of it. I have 85,000 committed to other things. I don't want to be broke.
Feeding 10 cows is not going crazy.
Tonight's silage should be about 80,000.
I get the end of this row, I'm just gonna stop. Because there ain't no sense us just going to supposed to go around this smoke for a minute.
Let's go up here.
Unless you're planning on jumping right in that millet, you want to do this for a little bit, or you got something better to do?
That millet's not ready. So, other than harvest, we got to turn the fields over, fertilize them, cultivate them, see what they want to plant, see what. Wait till spring to plant. I haven't updated horse our global company to know what changes they made for seasons. I would have thought that maybe they would have made it cheaper per day, simply because 300 per day makes horse helper pretty.
Hey, Silver, when did our grass crop,
Pretty
that
darn
first grass
expensive.
crop come off? Do you remember? Was it spring or early summer?
I think it was last day of spring and maybe first day of summer.
Okay.
Yeah, if you had a short season length, $300 a day was fine. If you did anything more than like 9 days season, the daily cost was pretty much more than your
You should get
daily
a cut
income.
off of it.
Oh, I'm not worried. I'm worried about the grass that is going to be planted. That in 5, 6, and
You
13.
might not get a cutting off of that this year, but you'll probably get it cut.
Yeah, I'm
Middle
hoping I can
spring,
get it cut.
middle spring, yeah.
Yeah, and because then I can just plow it under and put in a regular crop.
I wouldn't expect to see any grass growth now in spring.
The field we planted 2 days ago is done jumped up to 33. So it probably will go 67.
Oops.
We might be able to get a cut on it at 67 this year. But what he's planning on planting right now in the next day or two, I wouldn't think would come with him.
No, I don't expect it to. And
I mean, that field, that short side of 12, it seemed like it jumped up, what,
overnight.
almost overnight, didn't it? To 33, just about overnight.
Yeah.
Let's see if this have fuel in it. I need to deliver fuel to this. Where I can use it. Right? Yep. On Destin. What Destin now? See it. Terrible turning radius with this thing too. On Emerald Coast, do I need a special cultivator? Yeah, you need to get it from Nexus Mods. There's a cultivator and tank from Nexus Mods to get. So that will take the anhydrous as an input. I think it will also take liquid fertilizer as an input, and it also has an anhydrous tank in the pallets category if you want to use it on a map that doesn't have anhydrous, I think.
That's all I
The farm across the road from me, up by K1. The silos there, oh, it looks like silos. And I don't.
I think it was for looks. I think it was decoration. They're the regular metal looking ones, right?
Yeah.
I think they're just decoration.
This wouldn't be a bad farm. It's got plenty of storage. It's got those brick building storage things going on here.
Did you end up buying it?
Not yet.
Oh, you're over there with the real estate agent now?
Well, yeah.
I thought you owned it when we started.
No, that was Village, and
Okay.
his was Village sold it day two. He sold it pretty quick.
Gonna expand your operation?
Yeah, I might.
How many cows you got in the existing pen?
In the what pin?
The one you got now?
10, 12, 20, 30.
Oh. Definitely don't need to expand for more cow capacity.
No, but this here's got that organic grass field right next to it, in literally across the thing. So you get that where you get the prepackaged milk, so to speak, and it has some considerations because it pays pretty decent. And
Yep.
if nothing else, I can.
Did you see what Weasel wrote?
No.
I think we found out that cow pen can only be used by Village's farm. So if somebody else buys it, I don't think they can use the cow pen. Or at least that's what Weasel was saying.
Can you edit the XML? Klein?
Yeah.
Ah,
Assuming that
okay.
assuming that it lets me.
Okay.
Assuming that I can identify that area, then I could
Okay.
change the farm ID if it's not physically tied with the land.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I can guarantee it. It's just if it's not somehow tied in with something else that's over there.
Okay.
But you could put a cow pen inside of the cow pen. Use it that way. You know, put a placeable inside of it.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
I'm not going to do anything on Lone Oak. Nope.
It's just one of those questions.
I just have too many other commitments, too many other maps I'm interested in getting to. Here
Unfortunately,
in
the
about
organic
week and a
area that I
half, we're going to be
have
doing
is at the
testing
other
on
end of
a
the map practically, and
on a map.
it's not economically feasible to go
Got
get it.
this. I've got the. I've got 6 more
Considering-
years on
That's
Emerald
down
Coast
in
to do.
No man's land.
Yeah.
There's a map, Slovak Village, coming out that was out in 17 that I really never had a chance to play.
So this
Definitely want to
was
get on that one.
One that was a conceivable option.
So it just doesn't fit.
Okay. Let's go do that before we forget. Boing.
Plus, probably every 2/3 of the Farm Sim YouTube community is probably going to be doing Lone Oak in the next week. So, I've never been of the mindset to do what everybody else is doing just because it's popular. I'll have the Lone Oak video up. Map video, I did a video on it already. I'll have that up tomorrow. I'm not going to be doing a play or any type of thing on it. So, Darren, you asked about the Oregon map. So one of the biggest disappointments on that map is that the bulk of so there's a viable cow farm, that's the main farm. But the sheep farm, the pig farm, the horse farm, all of the forested areas are all buyable for $0 in one giant landmass. So it basically, the map has zero usefulness as a group multiplayer map, unless you're just doing it as a single group type of a thing. Because you can't own the sheep farm. You can't have one guy run the sheep farm and one guy run the pig farm, because you could only basically have 2 farms, cow farm and then everything else. So it's like, it's probably, it's a fine single player map because you don't have to pay for anything, then it's fine. Kind of wish those animal areas were, those different farms were different buyable lands.
Yeah, it's good to know. It ain't too hard to add farmland IDs to them. Paint it in and section them.
Yeah.
For it being not too hard, it should have been done already.
Yeah, you could go that angle. Yeah, when you start it out, you look at the lands. You own this massive area all over the map. That includes the pig farm, the sheep farm, the horse farm, the BGA, all of the forests. I can see why he did it, because people don't like the fact that there's, you can't, let's say, landscape right up to the road or something. But it really ends up affecting how you could play it from a multiplayer standpoint. Let's see, what can we plant? We could plant wheat, barley, oat, canola, rye, spelt, millet, alfalfa. You want to put an alfalfa field in? You want to plow up that grass field up there and put alfalfa in it?
I guess we can. I mean, does the grass need attention? I mean, is it that crap that needs fertilized and plowed anyway, or is it just good to go?
I mowed the grass, and we got about all those hay bales off of it, so we're not going to get any more use out of it this year. We've got more silage than we'll ever need. So, grass and alfalfa are the same, or hay and alfalfa are the same for the sheep. So,
well, I got 3 fields barren now, and I'm sure we want to. I think we ought to just mess with them.
All right.
I know a contractor would go up and probably do that for you if that's what you need done. You want done, and you don't have time to do it. I can recommend a good contracting company.
Nicely done. Slip that little.
I was thinking maybe we would slip in some of these extra crops like spelt or rye. Plant either of those. Put poppies in. I think they yielded well. They're going to pay well.
Did they eliminate silaging like wheat and stuff like that?
Chaff that if you want. Forage it.
Okay.
You won't get near the yield, but. Or you could just mow the wheat and get straw.
Yeah. No, thank you. I got enough straw for a while.
Weasel, you got a truck on that end of the field?
Hey, Kevin, what's up? Yeah, he was saying last night that he's shooting for the end of the month. Get everything buttoned up.
I'm gonna leave this one at this end.
So I'm kind of figuring that map of that size to properly test it is going to need multiplayer testing.
I think that orange trailer is full, isn't it? Covers on it, so I think
I
it's
picked the
full.
tractor I don't have GPS on to make nice, straight, easy fertilizing lines. Sure we fertilize. Yep. Go. Field 9 is the last field we need to do, and it's just sitting there at the last stage of growth. Let's hit up our corn or grass. Probably not grown any. Sitting at growing.
Okay, what's Jerry's?
I have no idea if our seeder or planter is a no-till or not. What is it? I got the cultivator.
It's that big limpkin. I don't know either. Other than to grab it and try it real quick. Check the store, see what it says. It doesn't say you can. Blackbird Lewis is coming back. Coming back to the States to hide out in Nebraska. I don't think those good old boys down in Florida will realize that. It's probably safer than being a rum runner in Hazard County. Oh, he's sending Raz to go do it. Okay. Still going to be hiding out in Europe, huh? In an undisclosed location. I didn't get the 60-meter header. That came from somebody else on the server. But I do know we had somebody in Discord that was working on their own edit of that. And then I think the guys that put out the 55 and the 50-meter header put out a 60-meter one too. I don't know if it was the iBur something. I don't know if it was at their Facebook or if it was over on Mod Hoster, but I suspect you could find it over at Forbidden Mods. Public access TV show. Oh, he's going all PBS on us.
We have our own seeds around here.
There's a little bit of seed in the silo. Is that empty?
Yep. I haven't checked the silo yet. I didn't know that was a...
Bit of seed in the silo. You gotta unfold it and open the door and come at it at a weird angle, but anybody making seed?
Not yet. We were talking about it earlier, but nobody's done it. Really, just now getting the grain to do it with. Yeah.
And also buy bulk seed down at the contractor yard across just behind the gas station. Oh, you should have just used the developer tools from GTX and just spawned a bunch of bales out of the sky. You could have went to each of the bale sell points and you could have just spawned a bunch right there on top of it. See what happened. That wouldn't have been near as fun, huh? Well, Raz, I used your cinematic touch on a video that's going to be coming out next week. And if CCS was in here, I'd tell him that I think he has aliens on Emerald Coast. Because I was doing some anhydrous in the middle of the evening. It got dark. And behind me there was this weird square oscillating thing in the sky. Really had me worried that it was a alien aircraft. Alien spaceship. Possibly from the alien gem fleet. Coming to invade the Americas.
Weasel, I set a straight line down this side.
Yeah, I haven't done a video where I've showed all of the components of pre-compost. I've kind of
Coming this way.
taken manure down there. I've
188.
taken sugar beets down there, and now straw. Obviously, we've taken compost out. What did the poppies look like after they were harvested?
Canola.
Little bitty round black seeds. Kind of like canola except smaller.
Oh, you mean like the poppy seeds on your bagel?
Yeah. They were real black, our canola's kind of got a purplish tint to it. The poppies were real black, but real small.
Now, Raz, does Yes Mods actually
Good
host
God,
anything?
that means I'm colorblind too, because it looked just like canola to me.
Or do they just link to where the author uploaded them? They're our two biggest fields. Yeah, so Yes Mods doesn't actually host anything. So Nitrodad would still need to find a host. Still need to host his download. I know CCS uses was it MediaFile a lot? Megafile? Mega Drive, something like that. Hey Kerbo, what's up? Welcome to the Kandelin party. We're all harvested out until mid-autumn.
Weasel, are you coming down behind me?
Mega NZ, that's it. Yeah, that's a good option. Nexus Mods, they definitely host.
Oh, I see you over there now.
I think that they have versioning, which is great. So when you upload a new version, it's not a whole new upload, a whole new mod, a whole new page. I give any mod site that has versioning capability, it's a big thumbs up for me. Then it's the same link. The link never changes. The only downside with Nexus is they have what I would consider kind of slick, little slick with how they have the sign up page, where they make you think, if you're not paying attention, that you need to pay them money.
The answer is no.
Question? Oh, the cedar doesn't cultivate.
I didn't think it would, but you never know.
Just leave it there.
traded in on that Amazon. It does.
Big Amazon, the big wide one.
No, that's the 15 meter. Is it 15 meter? It's the green and orange one, but it's a no-till. It may be 12. It's either 12 or 15 meter. It's not as big as the Great Plains. It's 18 and a half. So I think it may be 15 meter. I think it does all the grain crops. I don't think it'll do the corn and sunflowers. So.
About any of those horse seeders? Do any of those cultivate no till? That lined up. That one doesn't. That one does, but it's only, that's 12 meters. It's 12. This Horse Evo does. It's 12 meters. It's the same as that other one.
Yeah, the Pronto does. It's 9.
So you put your storage shelves up there the other day.
The Evo is a 12 meter. It's a no-till. I like a conduit, Amazon conduit. With axles all the way in the back of it. It's real easy to back up in the corners of fences and get around the field. Nice for that kind of stuff. A lot better.
Yeah, I don't know the. There's a big draw for these multi-fruit maps. I don't understand it. It's just more crops. Nothing much other than that.
But the Great Plains is not a. It's not a.
We put millet. No, we put poppy in here just because it looked like it paid good. Put millet in the other field just because to do something different. The big down for multi-fruit maps is when you have, like, let's say, onions, and you use the beet harvester to harvest onions. Yeah, they're pretty easy to find up. You just go to Nexus Mods, search Farm Sim Mods, and it should show up like as in recent, in the last week. And he put up I think he put up his cow pen, or no, his horse pen too. You have a chance to try that truck without the plow kit. See the salt spreader drop off the back. Some Babbage. No problem. Kind of saw it by accident. I think I was just trying to buy a couple different trucks with a screenshot.
I've got about 19.
And I noticed one of them didn't have the salt on the back.
19 or so.
Fun. And to buy it, you need to buy it at that little place off to the side of the main road. Big long drag, big long interstate, main road. The car goes fast, and it's on the right where the hoses are. If you want to buy a pallet of it, it would be under pallets. Yeah, the tree shakers, they'd be cool. We've talked about in the past, like peanut harvesting, or vegetable harvesting, like cabbage or things like that. Yeah, sugarcane is like one of those. Almost feels like a wasted crop. It's like, does anybody really use it? Do it? We did it once to do it once, and then we're like, not doing that no more. Got how much canola do we get? 114,000 liters. Nice. Yeah, we could do pumpkin and then have pumpkin chunkin'. Pumpkin chuckin'. Cotton module builder. Oh yeah, you put that in Discord earlier, where you like pick cotton and then it just does it loose, and then you unload it like with that sugar, like with a sugarcane tipping trailer or something. into a like a press thing that would then do the compaction and press it into a module. You know what some folks would say? They'd say, well, get on that. Sounds like a good idea. What I'd like to see is that veneer self-propelled round baler. That thing looks sweet. I do like the aircraft that fly through the map here. Where we've got the low-flying little two-seater, like personal aircraft. Touch and go landing somewhere on this map. And we've got the big jets flying up there higher, leaving their contrails. Hey, Big Tony. You definitely have to learn. No one had the knowledge from the get-go. Look at Nitro Dad. He started from having absolutely no idea how to use Giants Editor, but a lot of gumption and interest. Now he's talking of releasing his first map. Starts with the basics and just kind of get those down and then keep expanding from there. I wonder if we're going to get all three of these fields fertilized with just one load. That'd be pretty cool. Well, when you want to remove the fence, make sure you pick the top. You have the object and the collision and all that. Raz is a really good storyteller, for sure. up with good ideas. Now I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to finish this field. Well, they plant it in typically after they get the fall crop off the ground. Or, yeah, off the field. If you're following up corn with wheat, you would need to get the corn off the ground. You'd probably need to work the stalks into the ground real good. Autosave kicking in. Fertilizing over here on field 4, and your tire tracks are being memorialized because they're not taking fertilizer.
I think Jerry snuck off from us.
And that's what he was saying. That's what Big Tractor Power was saying with respect to the cycle. It was wheat, followed by soybeans the same year, and then plant corn in the spring, harvest corn in the fall, then plant wheat to start the cycle all over again. But we're definitely not finishing the field. Okay. You have a virtual endless supply of fertilizer. And between these will be good. No, we won't need digestate for a bit because it only runs at 4,000 liters an hour. And I didn't get it started making anything until I came in here and was able to put manure in it. So it probably isn't going to need digestate until early morning hours, real time. Thinking if you use any truck, it's going to charge you. I tried to. I used a different farmer's tractor one day on a different multiplayer server. I thought I would fill their tractor up with fuel, and it charged. Actually, I think it charged them. I don't think it charged me. I think if it's, yeah, I think it's going to be. You might end up paying for it. Well, if you want, you can, yeah. Oh, Darren's setting course, or setting a GPS over there. See the magical A. It went away. Do you all save GPS courses or guidance steering courses? I don't. I never really think about it. I just set it up and use it. Leave it. I don't think it will let it get too tall RAS. In the Geo, each transition has, if I'm remembering right, a defined minimum and maximum growth level. Something like that. So for autumn, it would probably have for wheat a minimum of seeded and a maximum of like first stage growth. Probably all of autumn. Hey, I don't know. It's the wrong one. Oh, this one doesn't have guidance steering. I think it's on that second tab. Like, I guess if you had a bunch of 6-meter equipment, for example, you could set up a 6-meter guidance steering path. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about the geos and making them and looking at them and understanding what kind of growth I should expect when out of what. I kind of like the aspect of not really knowing. 'Cause in real life, you really don't know what's going to happen. Kind of hope what happens. So kind of knowing exactly when a crop is going to advance to the next stage and all that, it takes some of the excitement out of it. Yeah, that's what I would akin the. That's what I'd akin the planting schedule to be. In your farmer's almanac, it says, you know, this is when you should plant things in general. Planted early. Yeah, probably didn't germinate right away, and you might have some failed germination. Is that what that video was, where you had that big failed germination square already?
Where you want to go next? Before we swap out headers, you want to get the oats out? That oat field? Think we can probably move down there without the header trailers. We could probably squeeze off down in there.
Go ahead and this away. Man, I guess I should wash it at some point, huh? See how our sheep are doing. Good. Let's go top off the water. I think we're going to end a little early tonight. I got 2 map videos I need to get edited. They can get busy on the encoding. Get those uploaded tomorrow. Go boys showing up as we are ending the video. Typical wonderful planning. How you doing, bud? A step closer to getting everything. Lone Oak's out. I think, weren't you jonesing for Lone Oak in 17? Lone Oak is now. Just gonna fill this up with water, take it back over there.
Yeah, I don't know what Rockhound's doing with that field. Not doing that field.
Oh, thanks for the sub. Vissers, it looked like. Climb up out of the hill. Oh, this thing doesn't have brakes when it's got a heavy load of water. Yep. Oh, there goes that airplane again. They get really excited about anything that has Oxygen David or Bullet Bill's name on it. All right, guys, so that's where we're going to call it. There's nothing going to be happening tomorrow on this map for sure. Friday, I'm going to be doing the weekend roundup production.
If you can get into 17 right there.
So if it's not raining on Saturday, which will be around this time frame, supposedly going to be raining. If it's not raining and too wet on Saturday, we'll try to harvest that millet. If not, well, then we'll get to it once it dries out. So next time, guys, happy farming.